You've felt it, haven't you? That gnawing emptiness inside, like a storm brewing beneath your skin, waiting to explode. You look in the mirror and see someone staring back at you. Someone who looks tired, worn down, defeated. But deep within those eyes, there's a flicker of something else, something dangerous. It's not anger yet. It's closer to frustration, a quiet rage simmering just below the surface, begging for release. And why shouldn't it be there? They've taken so much from you. Your time, your energy, your dignity, and given nothing in return. No respect, no loyalty, just excuses wrapped in pretty lies. Let me tell you something they won't. Weakness isn't the absence of strength. It's the refusal to use it. You've been holding back, biting your tongue, swallowing your pride because you thought being nice would keep them around. What a joke. The world doesn't reward kindness. It exploits it. Every time you stayed silent, every time you forgave too quickly, every time you bent over backward to make someone else comfortable, you handed them a weapon to use against you. And now here you are, standing on the edge of yourself, wondering how you let it happen. But guess what? That's about to change. Because today, right now, you're going to wake up. Not with a smile or some fake positivity crap. No. You're waking up with fire in your veins and ice in your soul. This isn't about becoming bitter or hateful. It's about becoming untouchable. About realizing that the person you've been, the one who pleads, explains, apologizes, that version of you is dead, buried under the weight of everything they did to you. Now it's time for the new you to rise. And let me make this crystal clear. Anger without purpose is noise. Anger with purpose is power. So stop crying over what they took from you. Stop begging for scraps of validation from people who never deserved your best. Instead, take that pain and turn it into fuel. Use it to sharpen your mind, harden your heart, and build something unbreakable. You're not here to be liked anymore. You're here to be respected, to be feared, to become someone who walks into a room and everyone feels it, the shift in the air, the weight of your presence. Because when you finally stop caring what they think, that's when they'll start noticing you. Now that you've woken up, it's time to rebuild. But don't mistake this for healing. Healing is soft. Healing is warm. This is cold, calculated, ruthless. You're not patching up old wounds. You're carving new scars. Scars that remind you of where you've been and warn others of where you're headed. People talk about growth like it's some peaceful journey full of self-love and forgiveness. Bullshit. Real growth comes from the ashes of who you used to be. It's brutal, it's lonely, and most importantly, it's yours. Start by cutting ties, not just with the obvious ones, the toxic friends, the manipulative partners, the energy vampires, but also with the versions of yourself that held you back. The part of you that craved approval. The part that stayed up late wondering if you were good enough. The part that said yes when you wanted to scream no. Kill them all. Bury them deep. Because the person you're becoming has no room for doubt, no patience for excuses, no tolerance for weakness. This is where the real work begins. Discipline, focus, silence. These aren't just words, they're weapons. Weapons you'll use to carve out your empire while the rest of the world sleeps. Let them waste their days chasing likes, validation, temporary highs. You're building something permanent, something that can't be shaken no matter how hard they try. And trust me, they will try. When they realize the old you, the compliant, forgiving, endlessly patient you, is gone, they'll come crawling back, begging, apologizing, promising to change. Don't fall for it. Those aren't apologies, they're traps, designed to pull you back into their chaos so they can drain you again. Instead, stay silent, stay focused, keep grinding. Every betrayal, every failure, every scar, it's all foundation now. Brick by bloody brick, you're constructing a life that doesn't need them. A life where your worth isn't determined by their opinion, where your peace isn't dependent on their approval. And the beauty of it? They won't even see it coming. One day, they'll look up and realize the person they once walked all over has become someone they can't touch, someone they can't manipulate, someone who thrives in solitude because they've learned that true power doesn't come from external validation. It comes from within. By now you've changed. Not subtly either. This isn't the kind of transformation people miss. It's loud, even in its silence. Your energy screams before you say a word. Your presence demands attention without asking for it. And the funny thing is, you didn't do it for them. You did it for you, for the version of yourself that refused to settle, that refused to shrink, that refused to be anything less than extraordinary. But here's the truth they'll never admit. They liked you better when you were broken, when you were soft, easy to control, always available, when your love came without limits and your time didn't cost a thing. Now you scare them, not because you're cruel or vindictive, but because you're free. Free from their drama, free from their low standards, free from the need to explain yourself to people who never understood you in the first place. And let them whisper, let them gossip, let them call you cold, selfish, distant. Their opinions don't matter anymore. In fact, the more they talk, the more proof you have that you're doing something right. Because the moment they start labeling you as different, that's when you know you've won. Won what, you ask? Your freedom, your clarity, your untouchability. You're no longer playing their games. You're not chasing closure or seeking revenge. You're simply existing on a higher plane, one they can't reach no matter how hard they try. So what's next? Evolution. Constant, relentless evolution. The world moves fast, and if you want to stay ahead, you can't afford to stand still. Keep learning, keep growing, keep pushing boundaries, not theirs, but your own. Surround yourself with wolves, not sheep. People who challenge you, inspire you, push you to be better. People who understand that loyalty isn't given, it's earned. And if someone can't match your intensity, your discipline, your drive, cut them loose, without hesitation, without regret. Because here's the final lesson. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to stand out, to disrupt, to lead, to leave a legacy that outlives you. And the only way to do that is by embracing the darkness within you. The anger, the pain, the hunger. Channel it, shape it, make it your own. Let it burn away everything that doesn't serve you until all that's left is pure, unshakable strength. When you walk into a room now, heads turn, not because of who you are, but because of what you represent. Power, control, mastery. kind of person who doesn't need to shout to be heard, who doesn't need to fight to win, who doesn't need anyone's permission to exist exactly as they are. And when they finally realize the magnitude of what you've become, that's not your problem. Your job is done. You've risen. You've evolved. You've become untouchable. So go ahead. Let them talk. Let them stare. Let them try to figure out how you got here. But remember this: the fire you carry isn't meant to destroy. It's meant to build, to create, to transform. And as long as you keep feeding it, with discipline, with focus, with purpose, you'll never stop burning. Never stop rising. Never stop winning. Silently, relentlessly, unapologetically. That's your legacy.